All right, hey guys. I believe the stream is streamingly. Verified. Yeah, it looks like it is. Well, welcome back to AD Nightly, the daily show where I, Ben, give you my curt opinions on massive issues. Just a real short and sweet, quick to the point type of stories and thoughts about, just life in general, my general philosophy on things. Not that, I'm not a professional, mental health professional or anything in that regard. Maybe I should have been focused more in that way. But, I try to help where I can. I do podcast production, been in radio for 10 years, but enough about me. Let's talk about what's going on out there in the world. All right, NBC News has a story here. NASA budget cuts put wildfire fighting programs at risk. Now, the title of this kind of threw me for a loop. I didn't know NASA had anything to do with wildfire programs at all. So here we'll delve into this story. The FireSense project uses controlled burns to study how wildfires spread, and it could help prevent them before they happen. From an altitude of 9,000 feet, NASA scientists soared over hundreds of acres of burning brush this month at Fort Stewart Army Base, monitoring the flames as they spread and engulfed the land. This time, the blaze was a controlled one, set intentionally to clear the area in what's known as prescribed burn. But the research, which makes up NASA's FireSense project, will help firefighters battle real wildfires when they do ignite. And it could even help land managers prevent some blazes from starting in the first place. That's now. Yet, with the Trump administration reportedly proposing steep budget cuts for NASA and other federal agencies, programs like FireSense could be in jeopardy, all while fire season is ramping up. Last year, wildfires scorched nearly 9 million acres of the United States. According to the National Interagency Fire Center, the agency's annual report found that the number of wildfires reported in 2024 and the acres burned were both, quote, noticeably higher and the 5 and 10 year than the 5 and 10 year averages. Studies have shown that climate change is not only making wildfires more frequent, but also intensifying the blazes that do ignite, making them more destructive. The problem is getting worse, said Michelle Steinberg, wildfire is a division director at the nonprofit National Fire Protection Association, going on to say, quote, "We are seeing more fires in areas we don't normally see them, and in seasons we don't expect them. We're seeing fires burning hotter and more intensely, and when you get just the right conditions, they can move very fast. The extreme fires pose enormous health, financial, and environmental risks, which make studying them crucial for protecting lives and livelihoods." So yeah, interesting. From that, I mean, you could really kind of see a lot of what's going on with the cuts to NASA especially. It's kind of like just going, I'd imagine that SpaceX would pick up that contract now because that's most of what they're doing. Or, I don't want to just single out SpaceX because they definitely do get talked about more than the other space programs, Blue Origin, and then there's that third one that I forget what it's called, but they went to the moon, so give them that. It's gonna go somewhere. It's unfortunate to me. I think NASA's a cool thing, but it's kind of just shows what being a government agency for 50 years does to any agency or group. It just doesn't turn into the most unbureaucratic thing, I'm sure. So that's probably what led to the most of the defunding of NASA, which, to me, I think you just keep it even, and it's nice to have one American U.S. actual space association, aeronautical. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that, especially with this program. It seems like something that could be done with a lot of the technology we have. And it's a great idea. Monitor the areas that are prone to wildfires. Say you go clean up this area, go clean up that area. Seems pretty inarguable. That should be happening. So That's what that is. That story there. Let's see if we'll get another one here. Another good story. What has been going on? I don't know. I've been busy today. I've been worked. Took a quick nap. We're doing this now. I'm gonna, take another nap. Busy, We got the awesome protests going on. Cool stuff. Let's see. Just a bunch of kind of bogus, boring, and seemingly just cyclical news going on. So let's just go into the extra portion of AD Nightly here, which is blocking negative thoughts. It's talking about today. I'm going to focus on just personally talking about my mental health and maybe share a couple tips and tricks that I use to, especially when it comes to blocking negative thoughts. I was thinking about this today, and much like everything in nature and within the human psyche, a lot of what we do is a defense mechanism, and that includes having these sometimes terrible, scary, negative thoughts. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like I feel, again, not a professional mental health capacity, maybe the media. I think I'm a media professional. But what was I even saying? So these negative thoughts that pop up in everybody's head, this is going to go wrong. I'm going to, fail this test I got coming up. Whatever is going on in your life, it's just preparing you to be ready for bad situations, for possibly bad outcomes to things, failing a test, other types of things that may happen, things that aren't, at the end of the day, going to stop you from succeeding in your dream. So that's how you reframe, though. So I just gave away my mental health secret there. You just got to keep on moving, like the song, kind of. It's a lot of taking your own advice, which is what I guess I call my own conscience, with a grain of salt. If you're going to think of the worst way a situation could turn out, why not think of the best way right after on purpose? Why not mentally trick yourself, into being in a better headspace just by being positive about simple things. I'm going to take a nap later. It's going to be great. Love sleeping. You need it. You need it like 8 hours a day. So it is what it is. Oh, yep. I'm streaming right now, so perks of living in the basement.
Can you see me on the stairs?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. It's okay. It's just on YouTube. All good. Roomies. I'm wrapping up anyway. Just mental health wise, reframing. It's easy to do, especially everybody has negative thoughts and ideas. So do what you can to make the best of situations, to get those good outcomes, and also kind of trick yourself into being like, you know what, I got this to be happy about. I got the other thing to be looking forward to, and whatever that is, it's a daily struggle for everybody. So just remember that everybody's got something to be thankful for, and if you feel like you don't, go out there and make it happen. Whatever that is, you think you could make somebody else happy, is that'll probably make you happy too. So keep that in mind as well. This is AD Nightly. Thanks again for listening, watching, whatever you're doing on YouTube. Like, subscribe, download the pod chat, and I'll see you tomorrow.